Hello, everybody. My name is Usharoke. Together with Anna August and Claire August, we're going to teach you how to create a frequency distribution table and graphical presentation. So, without further ado, let's get started. The objectives of our video today is first is to know how to make frequency table. Second is to know how to solve the given data. And last is to know how to present the given data. So, in order for us to elaborate on how to make frequency distribution table, we have a problem. We're going to read the problem, shall we? The following are scores obtained by a group of 30 students on their social work statistics quiz. Prepare a frequency distribution for this. So these are the list of data, or what we call the scores of the students on their social work statistics quiz. So later on, we're going to use this data in making the frequency distribution table. So, our first step is to arrange the marks in ascending order. This is important, or it is up to you. But for me, it is important because with the ascending order of the data, it is easily to identify the lowest value and the highest value because we're going to use the lowest and highest value later on. So, this is the ascending order of our given data. So, next step is to find the range. As I told you earlier, the identification of lowest value and the highest value. So, the lowest value of our data, let's go back. The lowest value is 1 and the highest value is 10. So with this, to find the range, highest value minus lowest value. So that will be 10 minus 1, it is equal to 9. So our range is 9. Next step is to find the number of classes. To find the number of classes, you can use a calculator for this. So, the formula to find the number of classes is 1 plus 3.3 log n. So, number of classes is equal to 1 plus 3.3 log 30. Why 30? As you can remember, let's go back. There are 30 students. So we put log 30. Then, first on your calculator, put it log and then 30. And the numbers show up. So, the answer of log 30 is 1.47712. After you find out the log, you have to multiply 3.3 and 1.47712. In result, it is 4.87. So, number of classes is equal to 1 plus 4.87. It is equals to 5.87 to round off, or 6 approximately. So, next step, we're going to find the interval size. So, the formula to find out the class interval size is range divided by number of classes. So as you can remember, our range is 9 and our number of classes is 5.87 or 6. So 9 divided by 6 is equals to 1.5 to round off or 2. So this will be what it looks like if we finish the frequency distribution table of the problem. So don't you worry, I will explain it to you how I made them. So first, let's focus on this column, the class limits. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So we have 5 because our number of classes is 5.8 or 6 approximately. We put it 5 because it is the limit of our given data. 10, highest number, 10. So the interval is 2. So 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, and 9 to 10. So the next is this column, frequency. To get the frequency, always remember that it is how frequent the number shows. So in intervals 1 to 2, let's look on the data. Let's go back. No, it is how frequent shows. So the number 1 shows 1, 2, 3, 3 times, and the 2 is 1, 2, 3. So 3 times also. Add them is equal to 6. That's why we put the frequency. So we put the frequency on this is 6. So we can put this the rest of the data. You can apply that. So to double check that your answer in frequency is correct, you can add them and the result must be the number of the given data. So we have 30, so the answer is 30, so that is correct. So let's go to class boundary. To find out the class boundary is first the lowest value of your class limits, which is 1, is subtract to 0.5. So 1 minus 0.5 is equals to 0.5. And then your highest value of your class limits, which is 2, is you're going to add 0.5. So 2 plus 0.5 is equals to 2.5. And you apply this formula to the rest of the data. So next is the class midpoint. So how to get the class midpoints? It is easy. So with your class limits, which is 1 and 2, you will add the 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. And 3, you will divide it into 2. So 3 divided by 2 is equals to 1.5. So you can apply this to the rest like this. 3 plus 4, 3 plus 4 is equals to 7. And 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So you can keep on using the solution in finding the class midpoints. And the last is cumulative frequency. So how to get the cumulative frequency? To get the cumulative frequency is At first row, you will always copy what's the frequency of the first row. So we have 6, so we put the 6 here. And after you copy the frequency is add the cumulative frequency first row to the second row of the frequency here. So 6 plus 4 is equals to 10. And you will apply this to the rest of the data. Like as we start, 6 plus 4 is equals to 10. 10 plus 7 is equal to 17. 17 plus 9 is equals to 26. 26 plus 4 is equals to 30. So that will be all for this frequency distribution table. And this is the result. So to continue this tutorial, Anna, August, and Claire August will teaching you how to create graphical presentation out of this data that we solve. Anna?
Hi, my name is Anna August. I'm going to show you how to make a histogram. So histogram is a diagram which represents the class interval and frequency in the form of rectangle. To construct a histogram, we need to use the class boundaries and frequency. To make a histogram, first we need to draw a vertical line which is the y-axis, and then the horizontal line which is the x-axis. So the frequency goes to the y. The highest frequency is 9, so I'm going to label them by 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, you put order the class boundary on the x-axis. So we start for the first number, 0.5, 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5, 10.5. To construct a histogram, we know the class boundary 0.5 to 2.5 has a frequency of 6. The second class boundary 2.5 to 4.5 has a frequency of 4. And then the third class boundary 4.5 to 6.5 has a frequency of 7. The fourth class boundary 6.5 to 8.5 has a frequency of 9. And then the class boundary 8.5 to 10.5 has a frequency of 4. So this is an example of histogram. Hi, my name is Claire August, and today I will show you how to create a frequency polygon. So frequency polygon is then plotted against the matching mid-value on graph paper. Straight lines connects this side. This straight line can be stretched in both directions until they intersect the x-axis, forming a polygon. And now I will show you how to create a frequency polygon. So first, we draw a vertical line in y-axis and then a horizontal line in x-axis. And after that, I put all the frequency number from our table above and the number of class midpoint, 9.5. and then the line that in line with the number of the frequency. 6, and the 7, in the 8, in the 9, and then to our class midpoint 5.5, 7.5, and 9.5. And after that, we create a circle that corresponds to their midpoint and to their frequency. So the midpoint of 5.5 to its frequency of 7, the 7.5 and to its frequency of 9, and then 9.5 to 4. Then we put in some circle, then we connect the lines so we can have a frequency polygon. And we should remember that should connect the line until the end of the class midpoint. I also labeled them so it can be easily read or check. Then now we have the frequency polygon. Again, my name is Anna August. I'm going to show you how to make a ogive or cumulative frequency. Ogive is a graph that shows how many items in the distribution have a value less than or equal to the upper limit of each class. An ogive also shows the relative cumulative frequency distribution on the right side of the graph, which is plotted as a bar chart. To construct an ogive, we need to use the cumulative frequency and class boundaries. So, the cumulative frequency goes to the y-axis. The highest cumulative frequency is 30, so I'm going to label them by starting from 0 to 30. And then you put order the class boundary at the x-axis. So we start for the first number 0 0.5, 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5. To construct an ogive, we put that in line with the number 6 in cumulative frequency and 0 0.5 in class boundaries. The same goes for others. After you put the dot to the cumulative frequency and class boundaries, you can connect all of them, so this is the ogive or cumulative frequency.